Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Recession Day. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com in the pre-market this morning. And this is getting to be a habit where we've got stock index futures selling off in the pre-market and then coming back later in the day. I'm not sure that's going to happen today, but let's see how things turn out. We don't have any major trend changes from yesterday's trading action. We've got payroll numbers coming out at 8:30 this morning. Then we've got crude oil inventories later in the day, and then President Trump speaks after the market closes, and he's going to turn on the recession switch, and we'll have to see how the market reacts to that. We don't have all the details just yet. Looking at the VIX is still on a buy signal. That hasn't changed, so we're still looking for lower stock prices here. Yesterday, we did see the TSX 60 and the TSX move up nicely. And what worked yesterday? Well, it was infotech, utilities, and energy. What didn't work was communication services. So there's infotech moving up on the day. There's utilities making a new high for this move, coming up to the highs from back in December of last year. And then we've got energy stocks moving up. What didn't work? Well, the big telecom stocks did not help on Tuesday. Looking at the Dow, we traded up into the channel once again, so really no change there. No change for the S&P 500. It did close above the previous day's high. That is bullish. We also saw the Nasdaq close above the previous day's high. That is also bullish. And the Russell 2000 basically unchanged on the day. And then we had a small move up for semiconductors on Tuesday. What worked? Consumer discretionary. So going into a recession, that's the sector that should lead. Then communication services, infotech, and what didn't work? Well, healthcare. And so there we have consumer discretionary moving up. We've got the communication services moving up ever so slightly. And then technology stocks moving up on the day. As you can see, absolutely no changes in trend for any of those. And then what didn't work? Well, it was the healthcare sector was the big loser, making a new low for this move on Tuesday. Let's finish off with commodities. And we did have crude oil with a slight pullback on Tuesday. No change in trend there. Gasoline continued to move higher. And we had a small pullback in natural gas on Tuesday, sitting right on the edge of a new daily sell signal. And of course, we get energy inventories later in the day. Looking at Canadian energy stocks, we're still on a buy signal here, up 0.68%. U.S. energy stocks were up 0.59% on Tuesday, so both still on buy signals. We had a small pullback for the GLD yesterday, a small pullback for the XGD, a small pullback for the GDX, and a small pullback for the GDXJ yesterday. So no change in trend for any of the gold-related stocks coming into Wednesday's trading action. Okay, folks, that's all for this morning's presentation. It's going to be a big event after the market closes this afternoon, and we don't have all the details yet, so we'll have to see how the market reacts to those details later in the day. You have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Thursday morning, and at that time we'll walk through the most actively traded stocks from Wednesday's trading action.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.